We tend to treat sleep as a simple off switch. Most of us write off the dreams that follow as random, forgettable brain static, something to be shaken off the moment the alarm rings. But biological data tells a different story. During REM sleep, the brain burns massive amounts of energy and frequently fires faster than when you are wide awake and working. Evolution rarely wastes energy on this scale. We are essentially leaving a biological supercomputer running at maximum capacity overnight, yet we typically ignore every bit of data it produces. To dismiss our dreams is to ignore a sophisticated psychological tool, one engineered specifically to help us navigate our waking lives. Carl Jung spent his career documenting this hidden value. After analyzing roughly 80,000 dreams, Jung concluded that they are highly deliberate, targeted messages sent from the unconscious depths to the conscious self. Long before modern psychology gave this a name, our ancestors recognized the power of this internal signal. For over 5 millennia, humans didn't simply wait to see what the night would bring. They actively hunted these messages. From Babylon to Egypt, people developed specific rituals to provoke visions, viewing the sleeping mind as an essential oracle for strategy, health, and survival. We are rediscovering a dormant technology, an active line of communication that for centuries was considered a basic requirement for human life. Modern sleep science reveals the heavy lifting occurring during that REM phase. The brain is actively filtering and filing away the massive amount of information you gathered throughout the day. While the body remains paralyzed, the brain runs simulations to process unresolved emotional tensions and calculate solutions to complex problems that remain unsolved during your waking hours. Curious tone. This leads to a common frustration. If the brain is doing serious work, why are dreams so bizarre? The unconscious mind simply doesn't use the logical vocabulary of the day. It communicates exclusively through symbols, imagery, and intense emotion. The surreal logic of losing your teeth during an exam functions as a precise dialect. It allows the brain to process raw emotional data without the limitations of literal language. Jung identified a specific category of these messages, the compensatory dream. This is the unconscious mind attempting to correct a dangerous imbalance or an error in our waking attitude. If you act with excessive arrogance, you may dream of a humiliating public failure. If you ignore a mounting health issue, your dreams may provide a visceral warning before physical symptoms even appear. Jung famously warned an amateur mountaineer who shared a recurring dream. In it, the man climbed to a high peak, felt a surge of confidence, and simply stepped off the summit into thin air. Jung begged the man to take extra precautions, seeing the dream as a warning of a psychological blind spot. The man ignored the advice. 3 months later, he stepped off a rock face while descending a climb and fell to his death. The unconscious sees the risks we refuse to acknowledge. Treating these internal warnings as mere brain static can have catastrophic results in reality. If the sleeping mind can calculate these risks so accurately, can we consciously direct it? Can we force the unconscious to solve a specific problem on command? Ancient Egyptians proved this was possible through dream incubation. They pursued what they called big dreams by engaging in intense pre-sleep rituals, drawing the deity Bes on their hand and binding it in cloth to command a carbon vision. The Greeks took this further at the temples of Asclepius. Seekers desperate for healing or prophecies would sleep on freshly slaughtered ram hides, using sensory deprivation and ritual to force the unconscious to speak. This aligns with a known neurological phenomenon, the first night effect. Sleeping in a novel or intense environment shocks the brain into a state of high alert, resulting in extended, unusually vivid periods of REM activity. Ancient rituals and modern neurobiology point to the same rule. Radically changing your physical sleeping conditions disrupts your routine and forces the internal voice to become much louder. You don't need to sleep in the ruins of antiquity to harness this mechanism. Modern incubation starts by intensely focusing on a specific personal problem in those final minutes before you drift off. You are effectively giving the night shift a very specific prompt to process. The most difficult requirement is waking up naturally. A jarring alarm instantly forces the brain into a waking state, often erasing the memory of the dream before the data can be saved. Keeping a dream journal is mandatory. You must record the raw, weird details immediately upon waking, without filtering or judging the imagery. These habits simulate the psychological intensity of the ancient rituals, priming your brain to prioritize your specific question while you sleep. To translate the raw data you've recorded, Jung utilized a technique called amplification. Amplification means taking a strange dream symbol and weaving waking memories around it until it finds context. This structural alignment restores a perspective modern life severs, providing a necessary counterbalance for a population isolated from its evolutionary instincts. Paying attention to the night shift reconnects you to a 5,000-year-old human tradition of profound self-discovery. By utilizing these techniques, we stop being victims of random brain static and transform our unconscious minds into our most effective waking allies.